Hello, and welcome back for another episode of the Accessible Technology Podcast, where you get to hear about all of the everyday technologies that are accessible for disabled people, as well as the ones that aren't as accessible. And where tech companies can also find out some good tips on how they can make their tech more accessible. If this is your first time listening to this podcast, my name is Phoebes, and I review all of the technologies on here and all of the guides through the point of view of being paralysed from the neck down, which means that I can't move anything other than my head. So yeah, that is why I use technology by using my mouth. You can listen to this podcast by searching for it on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Audible, and Spotify. However, if you'd like to support the podcast and the content I produce in other ways, you can also support it by going over to the Phoebes Now Buy Me a Coffee page. And in today's episode, you're going to be hearing a review of a 6-in-1 lens camera kit for mobile phones, which I bought for £20 back in 2019, and the company that sells this product is actually called Stardust. It was compatible with the iPhone 7, the iPhone X, and other older models of phones. And while it was available for £19 back when I bought it, the page is no longer available through Amazon. However, you can still get them through other links, such as eBay, and if this product in particular isn't available, there should be other lens kits for mobile that you can get as well, that you can get for cheap enough. So, yeah, just give them a search if you want to check them out. But anyway, let's now get into this. The cell phone camera lens 6-in-1 comes in a box with a photo lens in front and extra writing about how it works with iPhone and tablet, with more on the back about how to set it up. Inside, you get the 6 camera lenses, which are a 12 times zoom telephoto lens, a 235-degree fisheye lens, a 20 times macro lens and wide-angle lens, a starburst lens and CPL lens, and you also get a holder for your phone, a tripod, and a case to carry it in, which also contains a carrier pocket which you can put anything you want in. Each camera lens allows you to get a different angle or effect with your photos. The telephoto one delivering superior quality, the wide-angle one working great with group photos, the macro lens capturing amazing close-ups, the fisheye being able to create funny circular pictures, and with the starburst lens being able to add a dramatic star flare to very bright areas, and the CPL lens eliminating reflected light and creating beautiful colour. It is compatible with the iPhone 5 TX and Samsung LG TS but might also work with most other smartphones and tablets. I bought this so I would be able to get more interesting photos instead of just using the camera on my phone without a lens. So depending on the mood of what kind of photo I want, it works fine. The camera lenses are easy to connect, reposition and take off, and I practice the fisheye lens by taking photos of my cat. My only bit of criticism is I'm not sure how sturdy the tripod is, and I'm not sure how accessible it is to people like myself, so I guess people with just one hand or a couple of fingers could use it fine. So overall, I will give the cell phone camera lens kit 6-in-1 4 stars. So what are your thoughts about the 6-in-1 lens kit? Have you ever bought it before? And if you did, what did you think about it? Well, I did get good use out of them personally when I first got it, since back then my main phone was an iPhone X. I don't use them at all with my iPhone 13, which is the phone that I now use mostly, even though I do keep my iPhone X for other photography or filming gigs. Mainly just because the iPhone 13, most people would agree, just has a much more impressive camera that sometimes just doesn't require a lens. There are also other cheaper lens kits for phone out there as well, however, so if you can't find them anywhere, there are other ones on offer. You can listen to this podcast by searching for it on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Audible, and Spotify. But of course, you can also support it by going over to the Phoebes Now Buy Me a Coffee page, which is where you will also be able to find exclusive episodes that aren't part of the podcast, as well as checking out a shop that I plan to open at some stage. If you're interested in watching the other videos on accessible technology that I've done, you can find more by going over to my PL Tech Reviews YouTube channel to look through my videos on there, or by clicking the link to the main video for this in the description below. And if you would also like to check out some of my film, TV, theatre reviews and political videos, you can see them by searching for my Phoebes Loud Journalism YouTube channel. You can also follow my other podcast, the Phoebes Loud podcast, by searching for it on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Audible, and Spotify, where you get everything that I cover on Phoebes Loud Journalism and podcast form, with some other breaking tech news also stuck in there as well every now and again. The next episode that comes out is going to be a review of the 2018 iPad Pro, which I still use today. And that will then be followed by one of the many keyboard cases you can get for it, and a review of some styluses. I plan to update this podcast twice a week at the minute for the next few months at least. So please consider sharing it and following it if you are interested in hearing about the ways that we can make technology more accessible for disabled people. And you can also check out the website over at PL Tech Reviews as well if you would like that. You can contact me on Twitter by following at Phoebes with a capital P, but the rest of that is all in small letters. And my Instagram handle is the real Phoebes. But as well as that, you can also follow the Phoebes Tech Reviews site as well. But over on WordPress, if you have a WordPress account. But if you don't have a WordPress account, you can also support it by going over to the Phoebes Journalism Buy Me a Coffee page, where you will have the option to give me a one-time donation or to check out other bits of exclusive content that won't be part of the actual podcast. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye!